What's going on, peeps? Welcome back to another lovely episode of our Arknight video series stuff. I don't know what the hell to actually call all this. But today, we're going to attempt Annihilation. Obviously, we've already completed it, but for some reason, we don't have the accuracy of doing 400 every single time. So be warned, we might not hit that. But before we do that, I want to show you the squad that I use to do so. So let's do that first real quick. I'm going to go into complete detail for all of them. So first things first is Siege. We have an E1 maxed out on as much as we can other than the potential, because we don't ever get sieges for some reason. Besides the point. So we got E1 level 80. We got the skill. The one we're using right now is to instantly gain 12 deployment points. Mix so we get our other operators out faster. So there's that. We have the talent being King of the Beast. But that's okay. All Vanguard operators attack and defense plus 4%. That works for us. We got Platinum, who's maxed out as well at level 70 at the E1. Only one potential. Sucks to suck, I guess. We have this one, the Pegasus sight, which has the attack speed per damage reduces slightly, but the attack has a 70% increase. The range expands, infinite duration. That's pretty lovely. I love it. It helps with the wave clear. It's beautiful. Trust me. You're gonna see. After that, we have Project Red, another one of my personal favorite. I think he's just adorable, beautiful. Level 70. Rank 7, we're using the passive. Immediately deals 200% of attack physical damage to all nearby enemies after deployed and stuns the hit targets for 2 seconds. Beautiful, love it, it's great. Then after that, we have Liskarm, which we don't really use all that much, and we don't use her effectively, I don't think, but she's level 60 out of 70. Rank 6, we're using the charge defense, which blocks the next source of damage. Defense plus 70% for 8 rounds. Automatically is activated. Beautiful. Love it. We got Hushigima. Level 50 out of 80. With the skill level 5. With the Warpath ability, which is defense plus 55%, attack plus 20%. Works great. We got Nightmare, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I started upgrading her, and so I haven't stopped. She's level 70 out of 70. Level 6, inflicts nightmare damage on most of 3 enemies within range. Target's movement speed is decreased by 60%. Deals damage while ignoring target's defensive resistance according to target's movement distance for 6 seconds. It's beautiful, helps with the wave clear a lot as well. We got Neural, a lovely one of my earliest ones, 70 out of 70. We have the restore the HP of a nearby ally with less than 50% HP. We use that a lot when we're doing Annihilation. Helps drastically. We have Texas, which is another one of my beautiful Vanguards. Level 70 out of 70, 2 potential, love that. Skill we have currently is immediately gain 10 DP, deals 130% of attack arch damage to all nearby enemies twice, and stuns the hit targets for 2 seconds with sword rain. Beautiful, love it. And then we got Excusia. Love this one, she's beautiful, gotta love her. 70 out of 80. Using the shoot 3 times in a row, and the next attack dealing 150% attack damage with every shot. Helps with the big beefies. Then, where we at? We got Cliffheart. Did I miss the medic somewhere? I think I missed the medic. Where's the medic at? Don't know. We got Cliffheart. That's level 60 out of 70. Rank 5 with the binding chains. Drag at most 2 targets in the frontal line to Cliffheart moderately. Doing 150%. 55% of attack damage that ignores target's defense and resists to them and stunning them for 1.5 seconds with binding chains. It's lovely. Works beautifully in this stuff. We got a Mia, which is potential 2, level 70 out of 70. With the level 6 with the ASPD plus 55. It's beautiful. Gotta love it. And then we got Silver Ash. Oh, the beaut. Gotta love him. Such a beaut. 80 out of 80, rank 6. We're currently using Power Strike Y, which is an increases the attack of the next attack by 215%. It's beautiful. He works well. And then we also, somewhere along the lines, are using Silence. 52 out of 70, level 2 potential. And we're using rank 6 healing up Y, which is attack plus 65%. Works great, I promise. But that is what we're playing with. So we're gonna do it with the understanding that we will probably hit like 395. And there we are. So let's do it. Let's get it. If you do enjoy this, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and let's get into it. So with this being autopilot, we're going to leave it until like the very end, because that's where it typically gets all funky monkey. So release Platinum first, and Silver Ash, and Siege. Silver Ash will be doing a lot of the damage that Platinum doesn't kill, and then Siege will get us the auto deployment points, which will help us put down more allies. So that's how we're doing this. But with Silver Ash's range being so much further, it's like he'll actually be able to do damage on like the closer ones that Platinum doesn't hit, which makes the wave clear on that side easier. With this, you'll notice that throughout most of this, a lot of the enemies are going to come from Platinum and Silver Ash's side, and not so much the top side. So you're gonna want to focus more of your like operators on the bottom right side, if that makes sense. And you'll see as I progress through this, that is exactly what I do, knowing how much like the enemies are actually over here. So what you need up top is basically just massive damage quickly, which is why I put Excusia over there and Siege over there. I activated that ability way too early. I should have saved that for when there was more enemies for her to actually take out. So it's like it runs out like right now, which would have been a waste with all these other guys coming. But her like build up speed is actually kind of decent. So it's not too noticeable. And then we release Project Red too early. Don't do that. If you're gonna drop him like in the middle of the combat. But yeah. So there we are. Just annihilating the waves one at a time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Chock full of damage. Now, this is not necessarily the best way or the easiest way. This isn't even something where I consider to be the most suitable way. This is just the way I have found to do it, with the ability of spending a lot of time and energy building my squad up, if you will. So keep that in mind, that this is something that just for you guys to see and potentially take into your own operating and use as yourself to get all the iridium that you can from Annihilation. So just keep that in mind. So at this point, we actually took out Silver Ash to put Liskarm in to actually help a little bit, and so that we can actually redeploy Silver Ash later on, so he becomes a lot more viable later. And they also give us a second defender, so if somebody gets past Silver Ash and Platinum, we still have a defender to help defend the base. Then up here, we got Cliffheart that's doing his thing, or doing her thing, and then we got Mira doing AoE damage, massive damage. Helps a lot as well. Oh, yeah, look at those dogs. But there's a total of 400 enemies that you can see up top, and we are clearing all of them pretty effortlessly. Obviously with auto deploy it does that anyways. But we're having no difficulties whatsoever. One thing that you should do that like that is be redeploying their survivals. So like Project Red, I should have actually deployed like in between or in the middle of all of those guys to have them stun when they hit where Nightmare is. But you know, you gotta learn how to play the game at your own pace. It's just part of it. But now we're gonna start getting a lot more enemies, so we're gonna start seeing a lot more wave clear and a lot more damage come out. Did you see that hit for 1200? That's disgusting. I want to see some more crits. It only shows the crits. It doesn't show all the other normal damage, which is kind of weird to me. I feel like it should show all of it, just so it says like that, the 1280. But oof, beauts, just beauts. But if you notice up here at the top, I don't know, can you see my mouse? Can you see it? I have no idea. Let me pull this out over here. Bring that back. Okay. I don't think I wanted that. I don't remember how to actually put this back on. There we go. Okay, yeah, so up here, where I actually made the mistake was putting this one down, because she has no real value at this given time. And up here, actually, there's not much stuff that occurs. Most of the stuff is actually down here. So it's like her being up there has no real value to Annihilation. So, in all reality, we shouldn't actually have had her there. We should have actually not even wasted the DP on her at this point in time. We definitely should have been using her DP to constantly be releasing Project Red to actually stun more frequently. But you'll notice as we play this out, like as the auto deploy works, we'll actually replace her and take her out completely later. But we should have actually been doing that a lot sooner. We got Amiya back out, so that will help with the big beefies later on over there. These guys are actually like atrociously annoying. They like annihilate my guys so quickly. Because they just do massive damage and I don't like it. It's so annoying. But we used her ability, Amiya's ability, right out the gate when that big fat guy came along. But yeah, so we're doing pretty good so far. We won't really see struggling until about 370, 380. That's when we start seeing stuff based around my screw-ups. But the main thing I take away is this: is like Annihilation, and you may not actually progress in it to the point of where you're hitting 339 or 400, but it is a great way to farm Ignium early on. Because like you get a weekly amount, and it's like you can literally just farm it over and over again to get that 1200 every week, and you can literally just be saving that consistently, constantly, to the point of where it's like when a hero like pool, like the, what is it called, the assignment or whatever, like where you actually are recruiting heroes but you actually like buying them, and the raffle stuff, like that is so easy to do when you have a bunch of Ignium. So I typically try to get as much of the maximum as I can every week, just so it's like enough. So we got Neural over here. It's like she's actually starting to heal everybody up, which makes the difference of a lifetime. But it's like over here, this is a problem. And it's like one of the things that you'll encounter. But so far we're still, you know, making it. But it's like as soon as these guys come over here, that's when we're gonna start struggling. And you start seeing a lot more of these guys like actually make it through, potentially. Or not. Dope. That's what I like to see. Okay. So we're actually doing pretty well in comparison to what we were yesterday, or like last night when I was doing this. So this might actually be like a pretty decent run. I should be, yeah, okay. As long as that girl dies, we should be okay. Okay, so yeah, this might actually be like the perfect run. Perfect! That makes me so happy. I was worried that it would actually mess up and that I'd have to like re-record this. So that's great. Perfect! There we go. First Annihilation, 400 dead. Beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Ugh, perfect. But there we go. That's 260 out of the 1200 and some. Yeah, so that's like out of the 1200, we already have 490 because we got 260 from that one. Perfect. There you go. A simple way to farm for that specific resource that we use in Headhunt later on. So there you go. That's the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I'll be trying to upload a lot more mobile game content weekly now. So be aware. Be on the lookout. I'll see you guys next time.